So Konami basically came out with a rule not too long ago, saying that if you were arrested, you basically can face being banned from the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, when that recent rule came out, a lot of people were kind of confused about it. Well, let me just clarify one thing that's really important. That rule's been around for years. Konami just kind of basically reiterated that rule, but that rule has been around for a long time. In fact, I've emailed Konami specifically asking about that rule on several occasions, never to actually ever get a response back. I actually had called Konami, you go on their website, actually called them, and inquired about that ruling. Once again, I was told to email Konami and wait for a response. Dead serious, by the way. So here's the question. If you have been arrested, will you be suspended from Yu-Gi-Oh? Well, I don't think Konami has the manpower to basically go over every single player and look over their arrest record. I'll tell you right now, if anyone wondering, I've been arrested before. Once again, we all have a history we're not proud of, but we move on in a better life. I'm in a better life right now, and I'm a responsible adult. In fact, I met a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players throughout my time playing Yu-Gi-Oh who have been arrested. A lot. But a lot of them have turned their lives around. So I guess the question of this video is, can you, Konami, clarify on that arrest situation? Now, it's all in a gray area kind of ruling, meaning it's up for interpretation. Konami can enforce the ruling whenever they want to, because they basically never really clarified it. Imagine being pulled over by a cop and given a speeding ticket because you were speeding, although there were no signs to show the speed limit. You'd be confused. You'd be upset. You'd be mad. Rightfully so. But officer, I was going 25 miles an hour. Well, sorry, son. Speed limit says it's 50. Where? It's around here. It's not my fault you can't see it. That's kind of how Konami's operating within this rule. This is literally the exact interpretation of that rule. Meaning that if you're arrested and have an arrest record, a history, well, Konami can emphasize that rule anytime they want. Now, I used to card shop live vlogs when I had my card shop, and I actually interviewed an individual who may or may not have a record. A very nice man who actually comments on videos constantly. A good buddy of mine named Daniel. Hopefully he's watching this video because I'm going to be showing a clip of him. I bet he never knew this was going to happen, but Yu-Gi-Oh changed his life around. In fact, it changed a lot of people's lives around, including my own. We all could have went down a really rough, dark path, really bad path, had it not been for Yu-Gi-Oh. And I want to show Daniel's story and share it with you guys watching this video right now, because his life really got changed around because of Yu-Gi-Oh. Alright guys, I'm over here with, what's your name again?
Daniel Webb.
Daniel? So Dan, you're into a new thing, right?
Oh yeah.
Alright, what do you used to do, Daniel?
Man, I used to do heroin 20 years straight. Heroin, pills, crack, meth, you name it. Got marks, scars for life. For life. I went to my counselor 2 years ago. My dad had just passed away. They said, you need a hobby. I'm like, okay. Ran into some friends I knew from back in the day, good people. Playing Yu-Gi-Oh. He's teaching his kids to play Yu-Gi-Oh. So I said, okay, let's play some Yu-Gi-Oh. Here I am, playing Yu-Gi-Oh. Got my fat stack cards. Clean, 2 years.
Clean 2 years. God bless,
2 years.
brother. Clean.
Yep.
You got a better drug now.
I got a better drug.
With a way better high.
Oh man. Better high. Cracking packs, love it.
Daniel has an arrest record. According to Konami's great rule, Daniel should be suspended, including myself, by the way. So what's gonna happen? Well, we don't know. As a filmer of this video, nobody really has been banned from the trading card game that we know of for having an arrest record. Once again, that we know of. Meaning that, could this really be enforced in the future? Of course it can. Imagine you as a Yu-Gi-Oh player, or any card player, doing anything, doing whatever, going out there in the world, and there's a rule that can, well, basically screw you over for nothing. You didn't do nothing wrong, right? Well, no, you didn't do nothing wrong today. But your past, well, sorry, can't play Yu-Gi-Oh. Daniel quit drugs for Yu-Gi-Oh. For fucking Yu-Gi-Oh. But, according to Konami's rule, he would be suspended. Right? once again, I don't think Konami made this rule with any kind of malicious intent. I just want to emphasize that point because it's a very important point for you guys to understand. I don't think Konami whatsoever made this rule to screw over random people that we know about. I want to emphasize that as well. But this rule is a gray rule. It basically is a cop getting people for speeding when a cop feels like it, if the cop wants to. How do you feel about that? As YuGiOh players, we shouldn't be able to accept mediocrity. We always should demand perfectionism from a hobby. Always. We are the customer, and we should always want the product given to us, the quality of product, to be perfect all the time. And when it's not done, we shouldn't sit down like a bunch of little bitches and demand mediocrity. I just want to throw it to everybody. You have the ability. All of us does. As a YouTuber, I want to just make this video because, well, when I read about that ruling, I was frustrated because I know I've been asking Konami for a very long years, by the way. My buddy Daniel, who did nothing wrong. By the way, not only he was clean, his friend used to also come to my store, who also got clean. His friend got clean, by the way, and his friend had more time to spend with his kids. So rather than going out and doing drugs, now Daniel's friend, who I knew as well, great guy, actually spent more time with his children because of YuGiOh. Two guys with more than likely a criminal record. I don't know, I'm not gonna say anything, but more than likely that are now quitting, have quit for years. This video came out roughly around 3 years ago, meaning Daniel will be 5 years sober, as well as his friend, because of YuGiOh. I'm not wife because of YuGiOh, but we all have criminal records. And more than likely, people watching this video, you may know someone even who has a criminal record. So what's gonna happen with this rule? I think we should all email Konami. I think we should blow the emails up. I really do. I think we should, every time we talk to see a Konami representative, like when you go to YuGiOh Nationals or even a YCS, they'll be in the black shirts. That's how you know they're a Konami representative. Walk up and ask them, can you clarify that ruling? Can you go online and fix that ruling? Because people like Daniel, who is sober because of YuGiOh, his friend, sober because of YuGiOh, me, I'm standing citizen after a really rough life, is trying to do the right thing and enjoy a hobby while doing it. And once again, I know there's not just me, Daniel, and his friend. There's plenty of people out there who have turned their life around because of a hobby. A fucking hobby turned people's lives around and change it for the better. If you or you know somebody that has done that as well, please comment down below in this video. Share your story. I love hearing these stories because YuGiOh, even though there are things we like and things we don't like, ultimately has changed the lives of many people for the better. And that's an amazing thing that's out there. That's cool that's happening. And I really wish we see more of that. I hope Konami takes that into account next time they make their rules that are, well, for the most part, at best, kindly a gray rule. Realistically, a ruling that's put in place to ban a player if they don't agree with that player. Once again, I may or may not be the only YuGiOh player who potentially might get banned for having a wrong opinion and is able to hit record, use this little microphone, and say what I want to say about this game. There might be a future of this game where I could be banned for having a wrong thing. You get me in trouble for that. Evidently, nowadays, that happens. Hopefully not, because I want to keep talking about these issues in the game. I love this game and respect this game. Everything else to me is bullshit. I want this game to succeed. And in order for that to happen, goofy ass gray area rulings have to go away. So people like Daniel don't have to be worried when he goes to locals and he gets his Kasi ID. It doesn't return back that he's banned. For what? For not doing drugs, keeping clean and sober because he's focused on a new drug that is the high of cracking packs? He's not unique. There are tons of people out there that are just like that. That this game is their outlet. So they don't have to go through things that may or may not be detrimental to not only themselves, but society as a whole. And YuGiOh is changing that. And because Konami's weird kind of rulings, it doesn't benefit. Now, I would assume the ruling is meant for being arrested at a YuGiOh event. But if you're arrested at a YuGiOh event, it only goes to show that that would happen. If that is to be the case, why wouldn't Konami put that there? If only this happens at a YuGiOh event? Why does it say arrested, period? Once again, gray rulings shouldn't be in this game. It doesn't benefit the player base. It worries the player base. And the player base shouldn't be worried whether or not their custody returns banned because of a history that they had, in some cases, like Daniel, before they even touched a YuGiOh card. But now, the game has made everybody better. Comment down below. Let me know your stories. It's your boy V, and you boys all have a great day.